My legion of leasers, my army of apartment maniacs. How's everybody doing? You guys are like, wow, he's bringing the energy today. Yes, I am. And I'm also bringing the bombs of knowledge to help you get more leases. Because we love leases. We love renewals. We love occupancy. We love our residents. If we didn't have any of those three things, leases, renewals, occupancy, oh yeah, and residents, there's four, we'd be out of a job, all right? But here's the cool thing. I know they pay us because our job is hard, our job is difficult, literally. Don't get me fired as your coach, but you got about 52 jobs you have to do. You're a leasing agent, you're a party planner, you're a part-time private detective trying to figure out whose dog pooped in front of 407. You're an Amazon package super sleuth, okay? You're working with the Wi-Fi there in the building or the fitness center. You've got a million different things going on in your life. I can't help you with the dog poop or the Amazon packages, but here's what I can help you with today. I can help make leasing easier, and I'm going to show you some power questions. Boom! That we need to be asking. I'm going to show us some power situations. If you have a sword and shield, pen, piece of paper, write a few of these down, okay? You're going to be drinking from a fire hose for the next few minutes here. You don't have to remember all of these. They're in your leasinguniversity.com portal, okay? You don't have to remember all of them because they're in the portal. Make sure you're going into the portal. But my goal for you is to pick up 1, 2, maybe 3 of these because they're all going to make your life easier. Let me give you the first one right here, right now. When somebody calls in and says, how much are your blank? What's the price on your blank? How much is your 1 bedroom? What's the price on your 2 bedroom? How much is your 3 bedrooms? What's the price on your 2 bedrooms? The first thing I want you to say is, perfect, I can help you with that. Which 2 bedroom are you looking to rent? Anytime somebody says to you, what is the price on your blank? The mistake that we make in leasing is we do one of 2 things. Hold on, let me check. And we go into our cool property management software and we do what? We check. That's a real problem. That's like somebody walking into the hospital bleeding out their neck going, I need help, and us going, let me check with the pharmacy and see what we have. We're not ready to prescribe yet. We have to figure out what's wrong with the patient, okay? I'm not telling you this to be evasive. I'm telling you this because it's important for you to figure out what the heck's going on in their life, right? What's their current situation? What's their ideal scene? The other mistake that we make, this 98% of the time, we just jump in and check. Well, actually, 99% of the time, we don't answer the phone. Not us, because we're on Leasing University, but the other people out there in the leasing world, they don't even answer their phone. Okay, so they're dead. They're not even in the deal. Okay, but for those of us that are in the deal, most of us make the mistake, 90+%, we just jump in and start checking. What's the problem with that? I'm not having a meaningful conversation with that resident. I'm not figuring out what's most important to them. I'm not figuring out what's their biggest reason for moving. I'm not able to diagnose and prescribe the right apartment for them, okay? So don't just check your inventory, all right? Here's the other thing you don't want to do. You don't want to upset them. You don't want to sound like a used car salesman from the movies from the 80s, or unfortunately some used car salespeople even today, right? And that is, I can't tell you the price. Right? It's not that easy. I have to ask you a few questions before I can give you a price. Don't do that easy either, okay? But I do want you to ask them a few questions. So that sounds like this. Anytime somebody says, what's the price on your blank? Just say, perfect, I can help you with that. Which blank were you looking to rent? What's the price on your studios? Awesome, I can help you with that. Which studio were you looking to rent? What's the price on your, hi, I wanted to know, hey, this is Randy. I wanted to know what the price is on your 3 bedrooms. Awesome, Randy. I can, don't make fun of Randy's voice. Sounded like my dad there for a second. Whew, I channeled Roy. That was my dad. He was an old cowboy. Awesome, Randy. I can help you with that. Which 3 bedroom were you looking to rent? Okay. Here's the cool thing about doing that. You're being helpful. You're ready to help them. And when you say which blank were you looking to rent, which 1 bedroom were you looking to rent, they can only answer that question 2 ways. Number 1, it's unit 407. My good friend Post Malone, he's into country music now. If you guys don't know that, Post, he's doing great. Okay, he's got a great album. It's real awesome. He's in 406. I want to live next to him because me and Posty are going to work on an album together with the Morgan Wallen. Oh, perfect. 406. Yeah, let me check. It looks like it's available right now. Does it make sense for me to shoot over the lease agreement and the applications to get started? Yeah, it does. Boom. You just sold yourself an apartment. Okay. If they already know what they want, the more you talk, the more you run the risk of talking yourself out of a sale. Okay. So just ask them. Perfect. I can help you with that. Which one bedroom were you looking to rent? There's an off chance they might know exactly what they want, and that's a good thing. But probably 90, almost 99% of people, what are they going to say? I don't know. How many apartments do you have at your community? 174, 308, 82, 214. Okay, I'm giving you permission to go, hey, what's the price on your 2 bedrooms? Right? Perfect, I can help you with that. Which 2-bedroom were you looking to rent? Oh, I don't know. I'll be honest with you, I don't know either. We've got over 214 units here at the community. It's essentially a small city. If I could ask you a couple questions about what's most important to you and what you're looking for, I'll be able to give you an exact price on the 2-bedroom that best meets your needs. Fair enough? That's a reasonable request, right? Now you're right into your Leasing University phone script, right? What's your biggest reason for blank? Going through that, okay? Now you're having a good discussion without being evasive. So anytime somebody says to you, what's the price on your blank? You're gonna simply go, awesome, I can help you with that. Which blank were you looking to rent? Okay, another question that might sound a little bit familiar out of your Leasing University phone training, cause it's in the script. Just out of curiosity, what research have you done on us? Ella, what research have you done on us? Right? Helen, what research have you done on us? Hey, Mike, just out of curiosity, what research have you done on us? Why would I say what research have you done on us? Here's why. I lay in bed at night thinking about this stuff so you guys don't have to, okay? The person, we want to give them every opportunity for them to tell us what they know about the community and where they're at in the leasing process. Because again, if they're already sold, the more we talk, right? You know, Post Malone and Morgan Wallen both live here. I don't like them. I'm more old school, right? I'm Bill Withers fan from 1942. I don't know if there was a Bill Withers. Like, I'm just getting into country like everybody else. Thank you, Morgan Wallen and Post Malone, for getting us all into country. The more we talk, the more we're running the risk of talking ourselves out of a sale. So what research have you done on us? We'll find out. Here's the other cool thing about what research have you done on us. If you want to be successful in real estate, it is a good idea to be cool, calm, collected, helpful, and not high pressure, not sleazy, not slimy, not manipulative, not forceful. Those are all bad things. Cool, calm, collected, professional are all good things, okay? When I ask you, hey, Megan, just out of curiosity, what research have you done on us? And Megan says, well, I don't know. Oh, no problem. I can walk you through it. It's very simple. Because of the fact that you had said, bop, 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 we're a perfect community. And it's not a sales pitch at that point. I'm now responding to her telling me that she doesn't know anything about me. If you guys just go, and by the way, call your competition. Number one, they're not going to answer the phone. Number two, a lot of times they just go into diarrhea of the mouth, into talking about we're a LEED Green certified. They just literally start going through a list of features and amenities at the community. That's too salesy, guys. And they can find that out at apartments.com. Shameless plug to CoStar. There you go, guys. Don't sue me anymore. I said your name, CoStar. Apartments.com. They're great. So what research have you done on us? Some more questions that I want you guys to ask early, that I want you to ask often. Okay? You don't have to ask the same question often. I want you to ask these often, meaning just about every single time, if not every single time you talk to somebody. Andy, what's most important to you? What's most important to you? We don't ask that. We ask silly questions like, what's your budget? What date do you need to move in by? I'm going to tell you here in a second on the next one why you should never ask, when do you need to move in by? Unless you're going to ask another question, okay? But what's most important to you? It's a good idea to figure out what's most important to them. Nobody moves to anything. Sorry. Okay? I'm sorry, marketing department. I know your building's amazing. I know your website looks great and your social media is dynamite. Great job to whoever's doing the IG page for your property. They're not moving to you. They're moving away from something else. Human beings that are happy don't move. So when you ask questions like, what's most important to you? You get answers like peace and quiet. Then hopefully you're going to use your Leasing University training and you're going to gather some more information, right? When you say peace and quiet, can you give me a specific example of what's going on? Yeah, here's what's going on. I got a tap dancing basketball team that likes to shoot fireworks on the weekend, living right above me on the paper thin floors. Haven't slept in 4 months. Man, sounds like a total disaster. It is, right? Now you can curate your tour based on what they said was important to them, all right? Here's that question that I don't want you to ask unless you ask this follow-up. When do you need to move in by? May 4th. When do you need to move in by? January 7th. When do you need to move in by? September 2nd. When do you need to move in by? April 13th. Don't care. Shouldn't ask that stupid question. It's a stupid question to ask unless you're going to ask the follow-up question. It's a vital question for you to ask, yet asked in half, only one piece of it, it's stupid. Stop wasting everybody's time asking, what date do you need? Okay, yeah, May the 4th, unless you're going to ask this question immediately after. What date do you need to move in by? May 4th. Got it. What makes that date important? You guys don't care about the date. You care about what makes the date important. That's where the gold is. That's where you being able to help the person is. What date do you need to move in by? May the 4th. What makes that date important? I don't know. I'm living with my grandparents right now. They're very rich and elderly. They don't even know I've been in the basement for 2 years. And I love Star Wars. May the 4th be with you. That was actually Star Trek there, right? They're probably not a hot prospect. What date do you need to move in by? May 4th. Got it. Just out of curiosity, what makes that date important? Man, we are getting married. Congratulations. Yes, and we have to be ready to leave for our honeymoon on Cinco de Mayo. We're going to Cabo San Lucas on Cinco de Mayo, May the 5th, the day after our wedding, which is May the 4th. Wait a minute. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I am just all jammed up with this wedding and this Cabo trip, and we probably be a good idea if we're moved in a week ahead of time, right? This needs to be a cathartic experience for that renter. A lot of times, they're wrong on their dates. And when you ask them what makes that date important, you avoid potentially a very embarrassing scenario where you're showing them a piece of product and then you find out, oh yeah, no sweat. I just need to be in 2 weeks before that. And you're like, yeah, I am sweating because this isn't available then, right? And it's like, figure that stuff out before you tour. So from now on, whenever you ask somebody, what date do you need to move in by? Ask them what makes that date important, okay? Just out of curiosity, here's a dynamite question, Brittany. Brittany, you're going to love this question. Are you ready, Brittany? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, Brittany's going to love this one. Most powerful question you could ask. Hey, Brittany, just out of curiosity, what's your biggest reason for moving? Right? Hey, Ella, just out of curiosity, what's your biggest reason for moving? Hey, Jim, just out of curiosity, what's your biggest reason for moving? You guys figure out that, it's like you got a magic wand. Brrr, bippity boppity boo. You just got yourself a lease. Why? Because people don't move to anything. They move away from things, right? So when Brittany can figure out what's my biggest reason for moving, hate where I'm at right now, there's no business center, the Wi-Fi at the community, you have to use AT&T, it's been down 7 out of the last 30 days. I either need to move and have a place with a business center where I can be on my Zoom calls or get fired, right? Once Brittany understands that, Matt, because of the fact that you had told me we got a real severe situation going on with your home office, first thing I want to do is I want to show you our business center. Second thing I want to do is I have a 1-bedroom that actually has a nook where I don't know if you've considered this or not, but it's almost like a hybrid home office to where you might not have to even go in the business center. Business center's dynamite, by the way, you're going to love it. Third thing I want you to do, and I'm actually willing to bring them on a phone call. Tyler is our rep with Xfinity, okay? We use Xfinity here in the building. Here's the cool thing. You're going to be able to have them come in and you can select the speeds you want for your unit. And you had told me you're on a lot of Zoom calls. You can get, I believe it was almost 900 gigs of speed or whatever. I don't know. I don't work for Xfinity. And that's going to get you on those Zooms, and you're going to have the uptimes that you need. Does it make sense? Does all that match what you needed? Yes, that's exactly what I needed. There's no way she could figure out exactly what I needed if she didn't ask what was my biggest reason for moving. Okay? It's simple, guys. It's simple. Just ask that, and you have to do exponentially less work, because people will listen to your show about, here's our fitness center, here's our coffee bar, here's our dog park. And all they care about is the one little place where they're going to have their Zoom call. Find that out. I'm not saying don't show them the other stuff. You may not. I don't know. It depends on the situation. They may see, Brittany may show me that and show me that you've got an independent relationship with Xfinity and I'm good to go. I'm ready to rock and roll, right? Does it make sense to go sign the lease? Yes, it does. Okay. Another thing on the phone, y'all, ask this on the phone. First off, answer the phone. It's getting bad out there, people. Nobody is answering their phones anymore. I don't know why. Maybe it's because a coach told them there's other things more important than the phone. I'm sorry, they were wrong. There's nothing more important than the phone. Unless you're on fire. Stop, drop, and roll. Okay, check for smoldering embers, and then answer the phone, okay? Because that's what's going to separate us from every other community. Maybe somebody told you the person you're working with is the most important person in your life. I get it. Sounds clever. Whoever told you that doesn't study sales the way that I study sales. Doesn't lay in bed at night thinking about this stuff. And yes, they are important. I'm not going to dispute that. But also, every time you went out to eat at a fancy dancy restaurant, you were not offended that the person that was taking your order and bringing your food was also working other tables. Okay? It's a reasonable expectation that you're going to be working with other clients. And when you say, hey, we have been completely slammed here. Everybody wants to live here. Just trying to be fair to everybody. Do you mind if I grab that? 100% of the people, when you bring it up that way, are going to have two things go through their mind. Number one, I better sign a lease because this is the place that everybody wants to live at, because that phone ringing is going to take my apartment away. And number two, no, I am not offended by you answering the phone. It's a great day at Meadows. What can I get you information on? Yeah, this is Randy. I want to know Pope Posty's dog pooped in front of my unit 407. They can't hear you. Don't answer the phone on speaker. Perfect, Randy. I can help you with that. Let me just finish up this lease with the person I'm working with right now. What's the best number for me to call you right back, Randy? Yeah, it's 303-803-737. Got it. Then hang up the phone, calmly look at the person and say, thank you so much. Man, we have been gangbusters here. Right? I'm not saying lie and say that was a renter. Just we've been gangbusters here. Everybody wants to live here. If you don't like the gangbusters term, I get it. My mom's from Boston. We say gangbusters in my house. I don't know why. We just do. Come up with your own term. We've been super busy here. We're super slammed here. Everybody wants to live here. Because they do. Because you guys answer the phone. Okay? Every time a call goes to voicemail, you have to do 9 times more work. I'm going to say that again. Because a lot of you are overworked. You're stressed. Let me fix it for you right now. Answer the phone. Because when you don't answer the phone, now you have to take a bunch of time. You have to listen to a voicemail. Now you have to call somebody back. And they're not going to answer their phone. Okay? Because they live in the universe you do, which is nobody answers their phone. So now you're going to leave them a voicemail. Okay? Now they're going to call you back. And you're going to expect to be different when they call you back? No, you're not going to answer. It's a death loop, people. It's a death spiral. Here's the other thing you need to realize. When somebody calls you and you answer your phone, you are an expert and they need your help. You are an expert and they need your help. Timmy fell down the well, Mr. Jeffers. Can you get Timmy out of the well? Oh, sure. Let me grab my rope. Okay? You're there to help them. The minute you call them back, you're a salesperson and you're bothering them. Sorry, I lay in bed at night studying this stuff. I got a show on Amazon Prime because I lay in bed at night thinking about this kind of stuff. Okay? It's a fact. If Brittany calls me and I answer, I'm an expert and Brittany needs my help. Therefore, it's a great relationship and I'm in control of it. If I let Brittany go to voicemail, I call Brittany back 7 seconds later, I'm now a salesperson bothering her. And she's in control. And I have no more power. Okay, so just start answering the phone. And make sure you're asking them in that script, what's your biggest reason for moving? Here's another thing I want you to ask. Just out of curiosity, what do you want to see first when you arrive? Okay, why the heck would we ask that? Because we want to curate our conversation about the stuff that the person likes. Not everybody likes the same stuff. Okay? Curate. Even if they want to see the exact same thing that everybody else wanted to see, this is the most expensive purchase they're going to make. You owe it to them to be asking them questions like, hey Brittany, just out of curiosity, what do you want to see first when you arrive? Okay, here's the other cool thing. That's why I got a show on Amazon Prime. I lay in bed at night thinking about this stuff so you don't have to. Guess what nobody has ever said on planet EARTH? Hey, Matt, just out of curiosity, what do you want to see first when you arrive? Well, I want to see the price of the lease and I want to see the security deposit policy, right? They focus on the stuff that's important to them. Hey, Matt, just out of curiosity, what do you want to see first when you arrive? Dog park. Don't go into, making those sounds. I get it. A lot of people running around making sounds like that. How many fur babies do you have? Be careful with the fur babies, because that conversation could go this way. Hey, Matt, just out of curiosity, what do you want to see first when you arrive? The dog park. Just out of curiosity, why do you want to see the dog park first? I'm kind of embarrassed. What's up? That's cool. What's going on? I have a phobia of dogs. I got bit when I was a kid by a dog, and where I'm living at right now, I'm right by the dog park, and you're supposed to use your fob to get in there. That gate just swings right open. The people that have dogs know that. The people from the neighboring communities know that. Hell, even the dogs know that, Brittany. It's a free-for-all. It's like welcome to the Terror Dome for somebody like me that's got to walk by it. They even get a sniff that you're afraid of them. Boom, they just push right through the gate. I had a freaking Jack Russell Terrier. I know, they're the cutest dogs ever. I used to watch that show too. They're cute. It was on my leg biting me. I don't know what it is. It's like I signal the world, hey, here's the guy that's afraid of dogs. Bite him, right? Figure that out. Now Brittany's not only made a friend, she can bill me for therapy, and she can keep me away from the dog park, okay? Don't pretend to know what people like, okay? Here's another one when they're there for a tour. Hey, just out of curiosity, what's the most important thing we need to accomplish during our time together? What's the most important thing we need to accomplish during our time together? What's the most important thing we need to accomplish on this tour? I realize I'm throwing a lot at you guys. Pick the ones you like. This would be a dynamite thing to start asking people. Why? It's not about us. It's about them. Okay? If we want to make it about us and save our time, save our headache, save our heartache, save our sanity, we can do that by making it about the other person. If we want to just force them through a meeting, a tour, and talk about a bunch of stuff because that's what we want to talk about, that's a great way to get somebody never to call you back. So let's just be easy before we start on the tour. Hey, what's the most important thing we need to accomplish? You know, I'm pretty much sold on the whole thing, Brittany, but I got this feeling. I've been following a couple people on the social media. They say rents are about to go up, okay? Is there any way I can do an 18-month lease instead of a 12-month lease? Absolutely. Absolutely. We can lock you in for 18 months. Does it make sense to go sign the lease? Yes. Don't even need to look at the place, right? Because I just asked him what was most important to him. I want an 18-month lease. Boom. Yes, I can give you that. Does it make sense to go sign the lease? It's a perfect opportunity to close. Let me give you a few more. Are you against? Do you have any 2 bedrooms? Or do you have any 3 bedrooms? No, but we've got a much larger 2-bedroom that most of our people that came looking for a 3-bedroom absolutely love it. Are you against taking a look? Are you opposed to walking over there and checking it out? Okay? Why would I ask, are you against or am I opposed? I will tell you why. Okay? Here's why. The answer to those questions that I want to hear, what was that? Is no. Those are no-oriented questions. Are you against? Are you opposed? Are you against? Are you opposed? I'm hoping I hear no. Why would I hope for a no? Because human beings are conditioned to say no, right? Especially when it's something that's out of their framework, when it's something that's out of their comfort zone. Why? Again, which is why I got a show on Amazon Prime. I lay in bed and I'm thinking about this stuff. Wasn't always the case, okay? I am not an anthropologist, Ooga booga booga. I think we all used to live in caves. That's about as much as my anthropology knowledge goes. Here's the deal, okay? My non-Darwin anthropology, don't have a degree in it. 50% of us, when we were, the Flintstones, were like yes-oriented people. The other 50% of us were no-oriented people. Suddenly, hey, Fred, you want to go outside the cave? Yes. Wham! Saber-toothed tiger. Ate Fred. Sorry, Fred. Fred's gone. He doesn't get a pass on his genetic code, right? Hey, Sheila, you want to eat these berries? Bam! Dead. Poison berries. Over time, people that say yes to everything die out. Over time, the people that are like, I'm just going to hang back. I'm just going to hang back and see if the orange snake with the green stripes is the deadly one or the green snake with the orange stripes is the delicious one. Y'all figure that out amongst yourself. Oh, yeah, I knew it was the orange one. I can't believe there's foam coming out of her ears. I'm staying away from that snake, right? So the people that are alive today, most of them are preconditioned to say no. If you're a parent, you know what I'm talking about. Mom, can I eat this? No. Mom, can I have this? No. Mom, can I do my homework? No. Wait a minute. What did you just ask me? Can I do my homework? Yeah, okay, go. We just, boom, we fire out no's like they're easy. So are you opposed? Hey, man, I can't believe you've been living here for 9 months already. Time went by like that. Hey, are you against signing the lease? Are you opposed to signing the lease? To redoing your lease renewal? No, I'm not. I'm perfect. What happens next? I'll have everything over to you. Okay? Let me give you the last couple few. I know you've been drinking from a fire hose. I see a few of you writing down notes. That's great. Does it make sense to blank? You guys know this one. It's our close. Does it make sense to go sign the lease? Does it make sense to renew your lease? Does it make sense to bring your partner by the community today to take a look? Does it make sense to bring your roommate by? Does it make sense to bring your dog by to check out the dog park? I don't know. Whatever it is you want somebody to do, both in your leasing life and in your personal life, just ask them, does it make sense to blank? When I ask you if it makes sense to blank, I'm not asking you to do anything. I'm not putting any pressure on you. People are exponentially more likely to do the things that we want them to do when it's their idea. You can make it their idea by asking them, does it make sense to blank? Okay? If they say no, you're also perfectly positioned to go, what's a good next step? Now, if I say, do you want to lease the apartment? And you say no, and I say, got it, what's a good next step? There isn't any. I just told you I don't want to lease the apartment. But if I say, hey, does it make sense to go sign the lease? No. Got it, what's a good next step? I don't know. What's a good next step for me? I'm not sure. Totally understand. How about we do this? I'll email you over the details we just discussed on this one. It's 2 o'clock right now on Monday, and then I'll give you a call tomorrow morning if I haven't heard from you before then. Fair enough? Yeah, that works. I'm still in the game, right? Because I asked a timing question. So I would much rather have not right nows than not evers, as my Boston mother. Not ever, man, not ever. You'll never make it as a Marine. You should go in the Coast Guard. No disrespect to the Coast Guard. My brother went into the Marines. You're too weak, he's strong. I know, he punched me in the face. You gotta stand up for yourself, Matthew. My mother was the roughest. Okay, here's another one. We got 1 minute left. Let me give you a couple more of these, all right? I'm not sure if it's for you, but. Hey, Ange, I'm not sure if it's for you, but the other person leans in. They listen. This works in your personal life too. Hey, I'm not sure if it's for you, but I've got 2 tickets to the Morgan Wallen concert. I don't know if you're into country or not. The guy is phenomenal. Walks out with a famous person each time. These tickets are real hard to go for. I mean, I'm going if you want to join me. Yeah, no, I'll check it out. I'm not into country. Holy cow, I love country music, right? But if you go, hey, do you want to go to Morgan Wallen? No, I don't like country. I'm not sure if it's for you, but causes the other person to go, I'll be the judge of that. And they listen to the next thing that comes out of your mouth, okay? Last couple here, okay? Next best. If you all are taking notes and you haven't written down anything, write down these 2 words. Next best. They are your best friends in leasing. Why? Nobody wants it. Nobody wants next best, okay? Second place is the first loser, right? Nobody wants next best. So when I say to somebody like Brittany, hey, come on, Brittany, you know you want this apartment. This apartment is great, Brittany. This apartment's dynamite. It's everything you want. Come on, you gotta grab it before somebody else has it. Brittany's like, God, it smells so bad, your commission breath, right? She's like, just back off with the commission breath. But if I go, Brittany, totally get it. Based on everything you're telling me, this is the perfect one for you, but I'll be honest, it doesn't matter what I think. I'm not the one that's gonna be going to bed here every night. I'm not the one that's gonna be waking up here every morning, but with the fact that you wanted to be able to work from home 3 days a week and then 2 days a week be able to drive over to Dell, but not have to sit in that traffic that you're sitting in right now, and you got the patio where you can kind of chill out. I think this is the perfect place for you, but again, only you can make that decision. I do have a lot of people looking at this one right now. If we lose this one, which I just want to be clear on something, the likelihood that this particular unit is going to get rented is 100%. It's 100% it will be rented. I cannot tell you when. I don't have a crystal ball. I have 4 more tours on it this afternoon. So the probability that it's going to get rented even as early as today is very, very high. As long as you're okay with that, I'm okay with that. I will find the next best apartment for you whenever you're ready. Fair enough? Brittany's like, holy crap, he just made a compelling case. I don't want the next best apartment. Now I want this one. Right? And she's going to be more likely to. I'm not saying this so you guys push people into things that you've slowed down, you learned what was important to them. Instead of pushing them and saying, hey, if you don't grab this, it's going to be gone, say, no problem, I'll find the next best one if we lose it. And you watch what they do. Trust me on that one. Okay? I said the last thing I want to say, I'll throw it in right now. As long as you're okay with that, I'm okay with that. Brittany, as long as you're okay with that, I'm okay with that. Let people know. By the way, I just gave you guys a cheat code. You're welcome. The likelihood that any unit at your community is going to be rented is 100%. It will 100% be rented. You also do not have a crystal ball. You don't know when. The likelihood that it's going to be rented very soon is very high. As long as they're okay with that, you're okay with that. And you will find them the next best one if we miss out on this one. And watch the magic happen. Right? You can also layer in that and say, hey, if we're totally filled at our community, which we're getting very close to 100% occupied, I will work with you. We'll find the next best community. I've got some sister communities here in the city, and I'll be honest, I nerd out on this stuff. I live leasing apartments. Even if it's a community that's not one of ours, I'm happy to help you find the next best situation for you. I don't want to leave you hanging. Now, all of a sudden, Matt is the leasing agent from heaven. Not putting any pressure on them. I'm clearly articulating the risks involved, and I'm allowing it to be their decision to go, no, wait a minute, I'm not okay with that. I want a place to live, all right? So guys, pay attention to this stuff. I know I gave you a bunch. Take 2 or 3, put them into practice this month. Go on to your leasinguniversity.com portal. Brush up on stuff. Brush up on things. Go in there for a couple 10 minutes. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Does anybody have any immediate needs, questions, anything you need from me? The way people rent apartments has changed. Today's renter has access to more information. Today's renter has more choices. The apartment industry needs you. Studies have shown that moving is the most stressful life event. The old sales training, well, it just doesn't work today. I'd like to teach you how to take the stress out of leasing apartments in a way that's meaningful to you and your renters and get you 7 times more leases. I'll show you how the perfect leasing process works. I'm gonna walk you through everything from answering the phone to closing the lease. I'm gonna show you how to determine your prospects' wants and their needs so that you can build value in your apartments. You will learn how to handle any objection or complaint. I'm gonna show you how to connect with your renter so it's easy for them to rent with you. I've taught the best property management companies and thousands of people just like you how to lease apartments. Property management is complicated. I'll simplify it for you. There's more competition than ever before. I'm gonna show you how to be number one. All of a sudden, your career, it's gonna make perfect sense. Even if you've never worked in sales or property management before. And for the advanced property manager, I'm gonna show you how to take things to the next level. Leasing University is a new, simple, step-by-step process that's effective. We're gonna help you become a rock star in property management. I'm Matt Easton, and this is Leasing University.